Jisma and Jai Shri Krishna everyone, and welcome back to our cooking segment from the Samatra Rasoi team. What do people associate with Holi? It's popcorn. And today we are going to be making popcorn, and it's not ordinary salted popcorn or chili popcorn that we always make. It's salted caramel popcorn. So should we start cooking? Alright, so we're going to put in a quarter cup of oil. So we're going to let the oil heat up until it starts smoking on the sides, and then we're going to try and a couple of popcorn kernels and see if it's ready for the rest of them to go in. A couple of popcorn kernels. Okay, so the popcorn kernels are bubbling away. That means that they're ready to go. The rest of them are ready to go in. So we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of, I've got flaked salt here, but you can use just normal salt, no problem there. And we're going to put in the rest of the popcorn kernels and pop the lid on. Right, so you just give it a shake as well in between. Okay, I think that's done. So we empty it out, and then we'll go to the next stage. Alright, before we start the caramel, we're going to switch on the oven to 150 degrees centigrade. So oven and 150. And we're going to have 2 greaseproof paper lined trays for our popcorn to go onto. We're going to do the caramel. So first thing we need is golden syrup. You should switch on our cooker. And this is a half a cup of golden syrup. Ideally you want to have light brown sugar, but unfortunately I didn't have any. So what I've done is I've ground the Damara sugar I've got. 1 cup of Damara sugar here, which is being ground down a bit. So just add that in and let it caramelize. Don't stir too much. Once it started caramelizing, we're going to add butter and vanilla and lastly baking soda. So we're going to just give it a little mix so the sugar and the syrup combines, and then we're just going to let it caramelize. So this is starting to caramelize, so we're going to now just add the butter to it and give it a slight whisk, not too much, and just leave it to bubble away for a few minutes. Alright, so we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt to this. Alright, so this has now been bubbling away for roughly about 3-4 minutes, if you can see how it's looking. What we're going to do now is add some 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and we're going to add bicarbonate of soda. This is a half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Now, once you add the bicarbonate of soda, it'll start bubbling away like anything. I don't know if you could see how it's turned up. It foams up. We can take it away from the heat, and what we're going to do is put this into the bowl with our popcorn. Right, so we're just going to pour it all in and mix it up. Don't use hands, because caramel is very, very hot. So just get a spatula or jamcho and mix it up. Make sure it's all covered thoroughly. This is really sweet, so if you guys don't want it too sweet, decrease either the caramel or just increase the popcorn. I would just personally increase the popcorn amount that you're making. Alright, so basically we're going to just put half on one tray and half on another tray. But what I'm going to do is, we've got one side here which we're going to do just as it is, and we're going to do the other one with a little bit of cinnamon. So let's just put this out. Again, if you want to decrease the saltiness or whatever, just instead of 2 teaspoons, just decrease it to 1.5 or 1 teaspoon. Depends on how salty, or if you've got blood pressure or whatever. Okay, so that one's ready. Who is that? What I'm I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put a teaspoon of cinnamon in here as well. So we're going to put this into the oven for approximately 25 to 30 minutes and stirring it occasionally in between. Okay, so we're going to check in about 10 minutes. So we're going to switch off. It's been in there for roughly about 25 minutes, but it depends on your oven. You may actually need less than that. You don't want the caramel to burn, so just be careful on what temperature your oven, your oven best basically. So 20 minutes might be enough. And that's it. That's our two, one salted caramel and one salted cinnamon caramel. So let it cool and enjoy.